All right, Birds of Prey has started filming. Let's look at those set photos. Here's one. It's from Josie and Amelia Herds. Wait. What's going on? Why isn't it loading? Wait a minute. You troll! Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. Obviously, there are no set photos for the Birds of Prey movie. Sure, we got that little picture of Margot Robbie on skates. We're assuming she's training for Birds of Prey. Maybe Harley Quinn on skates is going to happen. Who knows? Maybe she's just went out on a morning rollerblade, workout or whatever. Who knows? But we still haven't got actual set photos. This may change by the time you see this because it may be any day now. I mean, seriously, aren't there people out there looking for set photos? I mean, there were so many people going to Justice League, going for people to go to Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, all these other movies, Spider-Man even, and all these other movies, Avengers. No one out there with a camera for Birds of Prey? No, I just really want to see what the costumes look like, right? That's what excites me because it's something we've never seen before. These are new characters, in the DCEU, not DC, but in the DCEU, these are new characters. We're going to get our first look at we always see Harley Quinn, but the new version of Harley Quinn, because they said they were going to change it, it's going to be a first look at Huntress, Cassandra Cain, Black Canary, potentially, and this is just very, potentially, because I don't know how this is going to work. Well, Black Mask, that's another one, but today, Thomas Polito at Thomas P0003. Apparently he's a new scooper, hot in the game. Who knows? Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But he did put out this very, very cryptic, not very cryptic actually, it's kind of easy, emoji tweet. And it's, you see a head of a bird, or a V and a siren. Okay, so automatically for people in the know, in the DCEU, in the DC universe, Birds of Prey versus Gotham City Sirens. Well, is this what happened to David Ayer's movie? Remember David Ayer? He was teasing Gotham City Sirens versus Black Mask. Well, now we know that a Birds of Prey is going to go against Black Mask, played by Ewan McGregor. So does that mean because they only gonna make one potentially Harley Quinn film, they're putting both stories together in essentially a Birds of Prey versus a Gotham City Sirens? That is interesting, and I can't wait to see what that's like, because that's going to be a very an all-female cast. But from as far as we know, there was no Catwoman cast, there was no Poison Ivy cast, and there is no Batgirl cast. Now, this could be just the DCEU's version, and it's really just maybe Birds of Prey versus Harley Quinn, but we also heard that Harley Quinn is part of the Birds of Prey, so how is that going to work? You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going to come with this, if this is even true, if it's cryptic tweet means anything at all, or it could be a sequel to Birds of Prey, which is really quick, I would think. But if that's in the works, who knows? Maybe we'll learn more. I don't know. But now that the set photos hopefully are coming out, depending, it could be just, I don't know what's indoors. Are they shooting outside? Who knows? But can't wait to see some pictures. And maybe, come on, some official costume pictures of the cast in their costumes. The first time we're going to see Huntress. First time we're going to see Black Canary. Come on, let's get those pictures on. But that's not the only DCEU movie that is potentially in production. We all know about Ava DuVernay's Fourth World Adventure New Gods. This is the one she's been in production, she's been working on. This is part of the Walter Hamada regime, I believe, but she is in fact making that New Gods movie. And interesting enough, her location, right? You know, everybody can put a location on their Twitter account. Her location says fourth world. So she's really all in there. She's teasing things and she's really all in it. And she's there right now. What does that mean? She is currently active production. Is it going to go into pre-production very soon because her location has changed to fourth world? She's ready. She's in the sets and making the sets and things like that. Oh, what's happening with that? Very, very curious. And that's quite interesting that this is starting to happen a lot more after Aquaman hit $1 billion. And so I think with Aquaman hitting $1 billion, all these behind the scenes things are happening. And that could pave way to maybe Birds of Prey versus Gotham City Sirens is actual sequel and not Birds of Prey, the Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, but, you know, a sequel to that's also development because, you know, DCU got a huge bunch of cash. So with that investment comes New Gods. And now there's a couple articles about New Gods that came out. One is from CBR.com. Rumor: DC's New Gods film will focus on Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. So last March, it was revealed that DC and Warner Bros. Were working on a film based on Jack Kirby's New Gods, with director Ava DuVernay confirming that the film was in early development a few months later. Since then, however, the project has remained shrouded in mystery. As such, fans in the New Gods Fourth World will be delighted to know that some new details regarding the plot of the upcoming film may have finally come to light. According to a report from We Got This Covered, which cites anonymous sources close to the publication, the New Gods adaptation will largely center around the characters of Mr. Miracle and Big Barda as they attempt to make their escape from the Darkseid ruled planet of Apokolips. Additionally, the conflict, both political and military, between Apokolips and New Genesis will come into play. So, wow, this is a big world. In the DC comics, Mr. Miracle is a master escape artist and the biological son of New Genesis rulers High Father and Avia, as well as the adopted son of the wicked Darkseid. Meanwhile, Big Barda is the fierce leader of the Apokolips military outfit, the female Furies. After falling in love, the two made their escape from Darkseid's world in order to become a force for good among the DC Universe's other costume heroes, residing on Earth under the alter egos Scott and Barda Free. So, now with that, it's currently in development. The film does not have a release date, but we kind of knew that was kind of the direction they may be going through. We weren't sure the characters that they were going to focus on, and with this being they're going to focus on these two characters, it makes pretty much sense. And for anybody who knows New Gods, that's how it comes about. And with that in mind, I'm very curious to see what other characters are going to be in there, and obviously it's going to be the New Gods. So according to Geeks Worldwide, they had an exclusive that DC's New Gods villains have been revealed, and we kind of went through that a little bit, but maybe they're going to focus on some villains and not others. Prepare for the arrival of the New Gods. Granny Goodness and the female Furies will be the villains in DC's upcoming New Gods movie, which multiple sources have confirmed to the GWW. Mr. Miracle and Big Barda are the main protagonists, as I've said in the other article, so it only makes sense that these would be the baddies they go up against. The movie is still being written, however, so while the current iteration of the story features these characters, it could change before pre-production begins. The New Gods are a race of celestial beings created by Jack Kirby that belong to the planets Apokolips and New Genesis. Apokolips is ruled by Darkseid as enforcers. The the female Furies. The Furies are led by none other than Granny Goodness and previously Big Barda, before she fled the group to be with Mr. Miracle and Darkseid's adopted son. So, looking at that, we're going to see Granny Goodness and the female Furies be the main antagonists of this film, which leaves a lot of people to speculate, well, what of Darkseid? Well, Darkseid will be probably going to be a big deal in this movie. How does that conclude? Will this be a new version? What will Darkseid look like? Are we going to see Steppenwolf perhaps? Is Steppenwolf going to look like the Steppenwolf in the Justice League movie? Is Darkseid going to look like anything in that, the way Zack Snyder's drew him out on that, in that mural for the temple scene where Wonder Woman shows up in his Snyder cut? What are we going to see? I'm very intrigued and interested to see what direction the art look, the colors, if there's any, what type of story, what type of tone, what type of look Ava DuVernay is going to bring to the New Gods, and how this will actually connect to the rest of the DCEU, if at all. If they do end up, I'm just guessing here, just reading these little synopses, is that if Mr. Miracle and Big Barda show up on Earth, is that how they bring Darkseid down, and in their way connecting it to the Justice League? I don't know, but I am so curious and very interested, even though I did not like, I really did not like Ava DuVernay's Wrinkle in Time. It was a passable kind of I don't know, it's not even passable. I mean, it's like a TV show movie, and it's something I will never watch again. And so, but I like the artistic colors of it, but it just didn't hold together. And so I'm hoping that this New Gods is maybe a little bit more of how more something for her, so she's be able to bring out New Gods and make it successful and make it loved by everyone. But I'm still like, Wrinkle in Time, if that's where we're coming from, I don't know how much I can put faith in this movie, but I will see. I won't judge it too much until we see the first trailer and ultimately the movie, and then we can see if this movie will work or not. But I am glad that they're moving in all towards the places, right? I mean, we've gone past, even though I want to go back to Superman and Batman, we have gone into directions of going into the world of Atlantis, Themyscira. We're going all over the place. We're going down to the streets of Gotham with Birds of Prey. This world is expanding, and I think we could appreciate that. Shazam! The world of magic has been blown wide open. Now we're going into gods. We did get a little bit of it with Justice League and a small part in Batman v Superman, but we're gonna blow it wide open, and I hope it's a good one. I hope it's a real world builder, universe builder per se. Maybe it would explode into what Green Lantern and everything else, and ultimately a final crisis, infinite crisis, done right in the DCEU, not the CW. So, looking forward to it. Looks like it feels like it's starting to head into pre-production soon. Man, I mean, it's starting, from what we thought, we weren't going to see anything about this for a while, if it was still going to happen. But it looks like they're moving ahead with New Gods. So can't wait to see what else the DCU has in shape for the rest of us. There are a lot of different rumors with the DCU in terms of the Batman and Snyder Cut right now, but I'm going to leave that for another video on a little bit more, tin-foily area, if you will. All right, guys. Well, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.